You did it! You did it, Ballant! You did it! Yay! Uh-oh. Let me, No, not streamreaders.com. Hello? Stream Elements. Dashboard. The bot is in your chat. No, it's not. Hi, Safety. Oh my goodness. We're walking. Your baby is like this. I'm walking here. Okay, we part channel, we join channel. Neat. Why would anything ever work like it's supposed to? Well, no idea why that is, but, you know. Here, does this work? Okay. Mix it up is working fine. Oh my goodness. Log out. Log in. Oh, it's working. It lives. There you go. There you go, Ballant. You have 16,300 Buttcoin. It just has massive delay. Yeah, I see that. It was just the bot in the presence of such a powerful streamer as Science. The bot in such a powerful presence, it was cowering in fear. Get out of here with that nonsense. Please make sure you're following our awesome friend Science_streams. Oh, thank you. I probably didn't do it yet. I realized the other day I have to be careful about that and make sure to turn it off after streams because it is, it'll just sit there. It will just sit there and transcribe everything happening in my house. Anyway. I mean, I don't know if it would actually show when we're not live, but anyways, hi. Hello, everybody. Look at our total. Danielle.
McMommy just resubscribed for 20
McMommy.
months. Click yeah. Why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house? Because the ghosts spoil all the booze. Happy spooky season, everyone. 9. I love your heckin' face.
Aww, I love your...
less than 3 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 less than 3.
Oh, it's done. Oh, okay, it stopped. All right, okay. I love your face less than 3 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 less than 3. So we're at $1,420.69 for the kids. In true ghostly fashion, Milsic Ghost snuck into our campaign whilst we were offline, and not only completed Kit Kat's match, but made it a funny number. So, thank you, Ghost. I appreciate you. We finished this last time. I haven't packed it up to send it out yet, but I'm super excited to get this sent out to Mirror Mask. Thank you, Mirror Mask, for commissioning me. And I made more stars because I'm considering opening it back up. We are already out of these for reward in the shop. I actually listed 3 of the regular ones in the 4th wall. And also, huge thank you, Balint, Astro. Gosh, I don't even know how many people that like are all, you know, crossover community members. All of you that hung out with, purchased something from, rated, or otherwise supported our awesome friend Karen Day is my name yesterday. Thank you so much. I could tell she was just so happy with how yesterday went, and it's because of you guys and how many people showed up and showed her love. And even if all you could do is just hang out, that's so huge when somebody's doing something like that. And I think it went really, really well. There was a couple of little blips, but I mean, my goodness, that's totally normal. And it was just stuff that, like, you know, it's you don't know about until you do the thing. And she handled it really well, as she always does. But you know, there's technical difficulties sometimes, and my advice to you if things are not going the way you planned is just this is something I learned from restaurants, because I have a tendency to want to be like, do all the things, do all the things, like all at once, you know? And restaurants taught me, like, when you're starting to feel like, oh my God, everything is falling apart. What do I do now? I don't know what to do. You need to slow down and not try to speed up even more to catch up, because if you keep speeding up, you'll make a mistake, and that will make things take even longer. It'll just be another thing that's messed up that you have to fix. So, she did a great job of staying cool when things were not working the way that they were supposed to. And it was really not, it was minor. If you decide you want to do 4th wall, and she's like, "I'll put your link in the chat." I'm like, goodness gracious, woman. Yes, if you click the link that says link.4thwall.com/9.5, it helps support the channel because I get a, you know, credit for samples and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. You need to stop, figure out what's going on, and proceed with, like, a step at a time. But anyways, if you decide you're going to do 4th wall, even if it's just for some merch, not like, you know, for a shop, a couple of things we discovered yesterday. This one I kind of already knew about. If you want alerts to happen on screen, you have to have the purchases box checked in Stream Elements. Now, it may be different depending on, you know, other services if you're using a different integration. But if you go the Stream Elements route, you have to have it, like, enabled, and it's something that a lot of people don't have enabled. So you have to have that enabled. And then if you want to, you need to customize the alert. And then on top of that, there was the issue where somebody who may or may not be present in chat right now very generously gifted an item. And unbeknownst to another somebody whose face may very well be on the screen right now, there was only one of that item available. And if someone does a giveaway for something and there's only one of the item and another person purchases it, it makes it impossible. It makes it impossible for the giveaway winner, if they don't redeem it before, then it's sold out. It's still marked as available until someone redeems it. So, something to bear in mind. I wish they could, you know, put a temporary hold, temporarily sold out. The site should temporarily mark the item as sold out until that giveaway is sorted out, either, you know, is refunded or the person redeems their item. But there was a little bit of an oopsie because somebody thought that there was more than one. I actually already had it. It was me. I already had it in my cart. I wanted it. You did the giveaway. Yeah, because you've purchased it one way or the other. So let's say the person who won did not want the item, or they just never redeem it. You go in and you realize this person never came through and redeemed, which happens. You can rerun the giveaway. And there I guess there was some information shared that like it's possible if there's shipping left over for somebody to what do you call it? To get promotional credit instead of the item that was given away. I don't know how all that works. But another thing that came up at least once was there was a little bit of leftover shipping on one of the items for a person who lived in Canada. So these are all things to think about, and they're things that I have. Some of them are things that I've dealt with, and others were things that hadn't come up, you know, while we were using Fourth Wall. But Karen did a great job. Everything is so cute in there. Please make sure you check out craftyllusions.com and snag whatever's left in there, because a lot of it's a limited drop. She's going the limited drop route because she's going to be at TwitchCon and she doesn't want to, you know, neglect any shop orders or anything like that while she's away. So the Halloween stuff is up for a limited amount of time, and then she's going to take it down. How's everybody's Monday so far? I took the dogs for an extra long walk today because Hubs had to leave early for the shop, so that's why I wasn't on at 10 o'clock today. We will be fundraising for Starlight. Here, we can get a stream readers going. We'll be fundraising for Starlight through the end of the month. Tomorrow starts the discount on gifted subs. I'm supposed to say stuff like this out loud, huh? Remember, if we have any hype trains this month, $10 of any completed level 5 hype train goes to Starlight. Yeah, it's actually a very smart idea. I'm trying to think, like, do I need to do this same thing? And you know, when would be the last day that I would keep it open? So I'm going to be working on the Flareon for right now to start with. Also, huge shout out to the Jang, whose first day back from his forced break was yesterday. And he started a casual Starlight campaign. And his casual Starlight campaign is already over $500, which is amazing. And our team total, and you know, I don't know how he has that number on the screen, if it's something he adjusts manually. I've been meaning to ask him, because he had it for Stand Up to Cancer too. I don't know if he's adjusting that manually. Team total for stream stars for Starlight, Stream for Starlight, which is their September Childhood Cancer Awareness Month campaign. Team total is $3,053.47. Let's go. The event, Stream for Starlight, is closing in on $100,000. This is $94,779 and one penny and 1 cent. We have teammates all fundraising. We've got Nabnia, myself, Dragon Rider Cat, Melanin and Espressos, Landriel, and the Jang. More of a casual event for our team. We typically really push hard for Starlight during the first 12 days of December. And they call that event 12 Days of Streaming. We are accepting donations through our campaign. And, you know, I mean, I know there would probably not be a lot of time to plan something for this month. So if anybody out there has thought about streaming for Starlight, I will say 2 things. 3 things, actually. The first is you could totally set up a campaign for this over the next few days if you just set like a $100 goal if you wanted to. You could make a casual campaign. There's still time. But I understand that might feel like it's, you know, very last minute for a lot of folks. The second thing is you can stream for Starlight anytime. So if you started a campaign now, there's nothing saying that you have to end it when the event ends. The way the stuff with the events works is if there is like a prize grid or something like that, there's just a window of time you have to raise funds, and for the prizes or whatever they do, it would only count for the event. But you can keep the campaign open and continue to accept donations. Then the third thing I would say is if you are interested in participating in 12 days and you've never done charity before, or maybe you have done charity before, but you don't know much about Starlight or whatever, I'm an ambassador. If you have questions, please let me know. I maybe might have posted a message in Jang's chat last night, a proposition, and said that if the team can hit $5,000 before the end of the month, before the end of this event, that I would, not only would I do my first Gundam kit ever on stream, but I would let Jang pick it. The Gundam kit of Jang's choice. You should have seen him. I think I forgot to clip it. He was like, he goes, I won't be mean. I said a likely story. No, he is a very big proponent of, are you brand new to something, whether it's Lego or Gunpla or any of that stuff? Let's figure out how to get you into it. He's happy to recommend kits that don't require additional tools and all that other stuff. But he did. He took the opportunity to put a little bit of fear in my heart. I make promises, you know. Narrator. He will totes pull a mischief on 9. Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. So we're at 14,2069, which means our overall goal right now is $2,000. So we're $579.31 away from our overall goal. But I did put a milestone in there. Also, we'll be giving away a pair of earrings at 1,500 from Danielle. Earrings from, yeah. Hi, Kay. Thank you for shouting out our awesome friend Kay. Please give Kay a follow. We'll see what happens. We just wrapped up. I'm sure Jane feels the same way. We just wrapped up Stand Up to Cancer. They announced that we would be Starlight Ambassador, and I love what they do, and I'm stoked to represent them. And so I felt like, okay, we'll do a 1 week long, a focused campaign, and we'll see where it goes. And you guys have already done so much. All the auction listings are up there. I actually haven't checked them today. All the auction listings are up there. So please make sure you peruse all of that and see if there's anything up there that you might want to bid on. Thank you so much to everybody who volunteered items for this. And if something doesn't get bid on, then it just doesn't go anywhere. But it's awesome that there are bids on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 11 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. 7 out of the 11 items in our auction have been bid on. So that means we will collect at least however much has been currently bid on each of those. There was a bid on Art and Jest's commission slot. Thank you, Bex, for bidding on the commission slot for a portrait or a pet or house portrait from Art and Jest, who was a very last minute offered that up extremely last minute, and I couldn't say no because I love Art and Jest and I love what she does. So the pens are up there and have a bid on them. The Pikachu has a bid. The dragons are up to $41. The board game has a bid. The octopus has a bid, and the bat from me. Still with no bids just yet. Danielle's bag, which is beautiful. If you guys didn't see the video in show and tell, please go look at it. It's so sparkly. The commission slot courtesy of Sesky doesn't have a bid yet. The table runner and the Fred the Dino from Kit Kat. And with the Fred the Dino, Kit Kat did say if you're not a crocheter, that she would be happy. Right, Kay. No pet not a commission of a pet in front of a house. That's extra. Soft and curvy animals or cold and angled infrastructure. Exactly. How do you know? Okay, how do you know what kind of house people live in? Maybe they live in some kind of like needle felted wool hobbit hole thing. Maybe they live in a cocoon, Kay. Maybe they built themselves a nest out of scraps of fabric and shaped like a bird. So anyways, honestly, I'm just so thankful to those of you who that's how thankful I am. It's just a little toot. I love you, Karen. Thank you. Welcome. How are you? Are you okay? You good? Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I even tried to get a raid for you and the person was already planning on raiding you. So just know you are the reason why yesterday was so successful. And yes, I agree with you. Having support is very important, but you supporting everyone else so hard. Hi, Ella. I love you. Enjoy your lurk. Oh, are you in Pix's chat too then, Ella? Seriously though, I really I'm so proud of you. You did great. It was great. And I'm just glad. I'm glad because you deserve all that love and that support. And thanks for, you know, you just like, even when you're doing your thing, you were trying to get people to use my fourth wall link. Like you could set that up for yourself. And I knew better than to argue with you. So I put asterisk, sigh, asterisk, and then I put the link because I knew that if I didn't, you would have just made Miro go find it or anyway, you would have sicked Miro on me. So, all these items up here, okay? Please take a peek at this, place a bid. I understand maybe some people might be waiting to see what happens because we have 4 days, 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. We have that much time. I don't know, Miro. I can't remember. Yesterday was a blur, but it was fun. I had a good time hanging out, and I'm, again, just so happy for you. I really am. Again, if anyone has questions about Fourth Wall, I am happy to try and answer them. Was it Fourth Wall or Throne that contacted me recently? I think it was Fourth Wall. They contacted me to be like, Yeah, I think I already had this. It's so funny that they sent me this message. It says, you've qualified for the Fourth Wall affiliate program. This is an opportunity to have a hand in growing the Fourth Wall fam and help fellow creators launch their shops, all while being rewarded for your efforts. You can get started now by sharing your unique invite link with your community, which I already have. Affiliates are compensated with $15 in Fourth Wall sample credit for each referral that results in a shop being launched, which to them means the person gets 3+ sales. Referred creators will be able to sign up immediately and will receive $15 in sample credit to get started. So if you use that link, you get your sample credit instantly. You may refer an unlimited number of creators. Affiliate role in Discord, unlocking access to affiliate-only channels, alternative path to partnership. Refer more than 50 creators in a quarter with a minimum of 25 of those creators launching 3+ sales to be fast-tracked to the partner program pending final review. Wait, what? Oops. Howdy? What is oops? What is oops? What is oops? Oh, right, exactly. Kit Kat, a chatter arrives exactly when they are supposed to. You have to pretend to sleep? Get out of here. Miro! We established this yesterday. We love you. We appreciate everything you do for all these different communities. You need your rest, just like all of the people who you yell at to take care of themselves. Don't be a butthead, Miro. I never yell Kappa. Oh, speaking of Fourth Wall, there may or may not be a new item in there. Maybe we should set a sub goal for giving one of those away, because they do go on, the gifted subs go on sale tomorrow. Okay, in addition to any other giveaways or anything that happens, that's for new sub points, by the way. New sub points. I'll give away one of those mugs. You just troll easy. And they come in a wide variety of contrast colors. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. My brain is mush. Brain goes brrrr. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm on round 17. Don't let me forget that. I'm on round 17 of this year. No, I don't need the assembly instructions yet. Oh, it's the last round. This is it's the final crochet round. What the heck? Wait, why that number, you weirdo? You know what I didn't do the other day? You just reminded me of something. Oh my God. I didn't check to see if I had enabled the special donation amount things. Thank you so much, Karen. I love you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I gotta know, how did Jang do the team total? Did he do it manually? Our team is at $3,060.74. And we are at 1,427.96. I don't understand. I'm so appreciative. Is there a joke in there somewhere that I don't get? Or are you just triggering people? Oh, I get it. Now I understand. Got it. Because I like to be difficult, and that is my birthday. I love you. Any donation amount is a good donation amount. I just thought, I'm like, is there a joke in there I'm supposed to get? Yeah, spam those emotes. We have the clapping. I forget what the little Starlight character's name is. It has a name. And if it triggers people, I will absolutely take responsibility for that. You know? Oh, stream readers. God, I'm telling you, my brain is just garbage today. A hot pile of garbage. We've just got so much going on right now. There's a lot of stuff happening. And I had a friend approach me about possibly doing a commission for them, which I really want to do, of some knitted baby wear. And I haven't, it's like she read my mind. I haven't done any knitting or made any baby stuff in a really long time. And I've been being kind of mopey about how my kids are definitely not babies anymore. And how, like, oh man, it's over. They're like older kids and teenagers now. And I had a lovely time making some Halloween decorations with Ramona yesterday, but Finnegan was gone all weekend, basically. And I just am like, man, it's happening. They're starting to like have so much activities and other stuff going on in school, and soon they'll be adults and they'll be off and on their own. And you know, it's like somebody asked me, I don't remember where it was, somebody's chat or something, maybe, or maybe it was here. I don't remember. They were like, we made a garland with, it says Happy Halloween with some cardstock that we hung in the window. And she colored in a bunch of bats that I printed out from a template. And she hung all those. She taped them up all over the window. She did polka dots and stripes. And yeah. So, you know, it's hard because it's just trying to find balance, right? We want them to have extracurriculars. We want them to be busy with stuff that keeps them active and not, you know, in front of a TV and all that other stuff. But then like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, they were gone like all day for like 2 days in a row. Because Finn went with John to the shop yesterday. So yeah, it's, you know, it's the time when they're real little and you get to spend tons of time with them is very fleeting. And it can be really hard when you're in it. And it's difficult when people, you know, when they see you struggling with your kids, try to go, I understand it totally comes from a place of that perspective, right? Hindsight is 20/20. And they're like, oh, you'll wish they were little again. Just wait. While the toddler is throwing a huge tantrum in the middle of the grocery store is maybe not the most helpful time to remind a parent of that. You know, I would say if you really want to have a positive effect on them, you try to help them in some way. Hey, you know, maybe you ask the toddler a question to try to distract them from their tantrum, or just look right at the parent and say, hey, is there anything I can do right now to help you in any way? You know, if they're alone and struggling with like 2 or 3 kids in the grocery store and they seem like they're having a hard time, you know, asking how you could help is much better than being like, oh, I miss those days. Or even just going, hey, you're doing a good job. It's going to be okay. You'll get through this. You know, some words of, what the frick? No!
Elandrian purchased 9-point Pudge Champ pillow. Present.
There's a mug!
What's this?
There's a
Kappa.
new mug in the shop. There's Mario stars in the shop. And you pick the pillow. Dude, that thing is coming down. It's a limited release. It's coming down at some point. Get it while you can. Oh, everybody coming out of lurk. How dare you? I thought we were friends. Conan. I'm not even saying it. Ella. Danielle. Hey, at least it wasn't Conan. Conan, I love you, dude. I love you. I love you, Conan. I'm sorry. Poor Conan. Poor Conan. Conan's like, I support your charities and I hang out in your channel. I support you. This is the thanks I get. Thank you, Ella. Congratulations, Danielle. That was fast.
McMommy purchased 9-point Pudge Champ pillow.
Red Cat Girl, welcome in. If you're wondering why I'm so sullen right now, it's because I foolishly put it out there that I would create a merchandise item that I find extremely cringe, as the children say. Beyond cringe, in fact. And they just love it. It's all anybody wants now. I love you, Ella. Thank you. You too can be forced to make bizarre merchandise featuring your visage at fourthwall.com. Ask me how. Ask me how your community could troll the living daylights out of you. Did you learn nothing from the Amishay's cursed pillow? Yeah. What? Conan?
Co 1 McGill purchased 9-point page champ pillow. It'll go great next to the cursed ace pillow. Hashtag pillows like Pokemon. Hashtag gotta catch 'em all. Hashtag crapper. Hashtag I'll just buy my own.
This it might be my number one best-selling merchandise item now, which is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. The sticker sheet now, a bunch of other things. We've sold like 19 nerd shirts. It's the pillow has only, I'm not telling you. Wait. Yeah, I'm not telling you guys how many pillows we've sold. It's fine. Go order stuff from Karen's shop. What are you doing in my fourth wall? Craftillusions.com. Jeez. Okay. Anyways. Use the provided pictures of the finished Flareon as a visual aid to help guide you in the assembly process. Chat, do we want the Flareon looking to the side? I'm excited for my apron. I'm excited for all my stuff from Karen. Okay. We're starting the process of sewing this together, you guys. We want a head tilt. Wah! Heads will roll. So, I started watching One Piece. Hubs talked me into watching One Piece. Last night, and it's pretty good. I like the actor they cast as Luffy. You get a new doorbell. All right. New doorbell hype. But yeah, it's pretty good. I've never read any of the manga, so I don't know. I don't really know the story, but I think it seems like, you know, he's like, I haven't read the manga, but I've certainly held it in my hands and flipped through it enough times with how many of them we sell. Pirates, yeah. The short answer to your question, Kit Kat, is pirates, but it's like a made-up world where pirates are just from all these different places, but they're like, it's hard to explain. Just like everybody wants to be a pirate. There's like a really good scene at the beginning. I don't want to ruin for you about what One Piece refers to. But yeah, basically everybody's a pirate or they want to be one. Or they're, you know, they have enemies. The pirates have enemies. You didn't have one for many months now in your apartment complex? Oh, wow. But, like, it's definitely not, like, realistic. Right? Like, the main character has, like, some very interesting qualities. I don't want to ruin it for you. No spoilers. They're doing a good job of emulating in, like, the composition of the, in the composition of the scenes, the shots. They're doing a good job of emulating the way, like, manga and anime looks. Hi, Noki. No, you, Noki. Yes, exactly. So there's kind of like a little bit of like a superhero type element to it or whatever. Hello, Ellie. Welcome in. Hi, Zundy. How's your Monday, Zundy? Good, I hope. Oh, Kimmy,
Princess
I love
Kim
you.
just resubscribed for 15 months. Cluck yeah. Yeah-uh-us.
Yeah-uh-us. Kimmy, thank you so much, friend. Thank you for 15 months. Thank you for a paid recurring subscription that helps, you know, I don't know. You know, y'all, I love you guys. You do so many things for this community. I would rather focus on charity, and I think it's cool if people are getting close to Partner Plus, they should do the thing. I also just think, you know, Twitch should just be giving everybody a better revenue share. But you were just talking about me to someone else? Okay. Mm-hmm. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Oh, yeah? Hello, Zamathy. I feel like this is like the music they play in the waiting room in the afterlife in Beetlejuice, you know? Just talking mad junk. She said she loves crochet, and you were like, make friends with Nine immediately. Yeah, the handbook for the recently deceased. We forgot our handbook. Juno, your caseworker. Dude, the lady who played Juno was so good. And that lady, Miss Argentina. I just watched that the other day. You need to lurky. Arya is sick. Oh, yeah, no worries. I love you. Thank you for coming in and doing your resub. I love you. Thank you for 15 months. You rock. Everybody, please go follow Princess Kimmy. Oh, yeah, Michael Keaton. Amazing. Why does it say that a hype train is close?
Thank you for the sub.
We have a new subscriber. What the club?
Bex.
Thanks for supporting the stream, Bex_end.
Bex, thank you. There's only one way you can stop the relentless generosity shown by people like Miro in our community. Oh my god. Okay.
_cheered. X100 beep boop.
And it's to continue your sub. Thank you so much, Bex. I really appreciate you. You've done a lot for our charities. How you feeling, by the way? Hope you're feeling good. Yeah, beep boop. I mean, what now? Yeah, thank you for the steak and the dryer biddies, Zunder. I appreciate you, friend. Or else what? OMG, no shouties? Get out. Get out of here with that nonsense. We love you. You let me support you. You get supported, nerd. "48-ish days. Astro, how are you? Always lovely to see you. Please follow Astro for astrophotography and Lego content. Follow Kimmy for gaming and Lego and miniatures and stuff like that. We have so many awesome friends that are streamers. And I get to meet Astro at TwitchCon and Karen and Zunder and I had to change my flight. I'm going to lose money, but I canceled my Frontier ticket and I'm flying on Delta and it's more expensive. But like, I just can't handle this whole thing where they're like, oh yeah, your flight changed. Oh yeah, by the way, your flight changed again. Oh yeah, by the way, your flight changed again. Like my family, we can't do that. I can't just leave any old time. Like I didn't pick I didn't say I had a flexible departure date or time. I picked a specific time and it was already cutting it close and they kept making my departure time earlier and earlier and earlier. And I was like, yeah, this isn't happening. Astro and you are playing Faz later, but you need to hurry up and go back to sleeps. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for starting a hype train. 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Level 1, 68%. If you guys complete level 3, I have to get up and do 50 jumping jacks. If you complete level 5, I donate $10 to the charity. And you know what? I'll sweeten the pot. If you guys complete level 5, I'll donate $10 to the charity and you get to pick the onesie. Oh, we have to wait for Ghost to show up. Ghost gets 30 minutes of chicken onesie time. You picked that offline. I could go in and change those every time we're live or whatever, but We do have ads for the next 3 minutes. Shut up, Astro. Shut up. I mean, yep, it says ad break in progress in my chat. "42 seconds on the hype train, y'all. No pressure. I just don't like people to try to dive bomb it at the last second.
Thank you for the
Oh,
sub.
Kit Kat, thank
Cotter has gifted
you.
a sub to pick up notes. What an absolute unit. Cotter gifted
Kit
a
Kat
tier 1 sub to pick up
diving
notes.
in there and saving the train. Thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to pick up notes. I appreciate that. Very kind. Now I gotta do...
Coco señorita. Te toca la canción. La canción de mi gente. Va así.
Thank you very much, Impact, for that channel points redeemed. Thank you, friend. 6 minutes on Stream Readers is, I know we have one thing posted in Show and Tell. Did anybody else post in Show and Tell today? You guys! Wait till you see these. Oh my God, they're so good. If this doesn't convince you, if this does not convince you to bid on the emote combo from Sesky, I don't know what will. There's 2 different versions. Several different versions. You guys have 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the hype train. Look at the zombie riot chicken. This is amazing. Nah. I like this one. Look at the popcorn bucket is a Halloween, jack-o'-lantern bucket. Look at the devil chicken! Look at the devil chicken! Look at it! Oh my God! There is an emote commission slot in our charity campaign that you can bid on to get 3 emotes or 3 sub badges or 1 animated emote from Sesky. Do the thing. Honestly, I'm so happy with everything that this I commissioned separate from the 6 that we'll do. I'm so happy with everything I've commissioned from Sesky. It's like outrageous. Okay, chat, we have to figure out what we're doing for the lurk. I kind of almost really like the regular ghosty lurk. This one. Let me ask Sesky if they would be interested in designing a sheet like that. Because I feel like some of these are not quite framed the way you would want them for a sticker, but I bet that Sesky could do that easily. Like, I'm sure this isn't actually where the design necessarily stops right here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'll ask how much that would cost. Okay? So good. Look at, there's a bite taken out of the comb on the zombie chicken. Oh my god. Thank you for the hype train. I appreciate you guys. Oh man, I'm so excited. All right. What do you guys think about the lurk emote? Devil chicken. That was a portrait of 9. Yeah. It's a Nashville hot chicken. Seriously, I'm so excited. I just got that message like less than an hour ago. Yeah, I prefer just the ghost with the lurk. We get, okay, here's the thing we have to think about, right? You see the one that looks like a chicken wearing a sheet, and we get that. But who else is gonna get that? Probably not a lot of people. So we'll just do regular ghosty. Okay, so I love, yeah, no notes about design. Let's go with the first lurk, regular ghost without the boo. And definitely chicken pogkin. Also, everyone is clamoring for a sticker sheet with these designs. Would you be able to provide versions that are not cropped for that, and how much would that cost? Question mark. Seriously, you are a legend in capital letters. Hey, Herb.
Observer had just resubscribed for 8 months. Cluck yeah, cheese, Nero _ beef. How many of these did you buy me?
Welcome back, Herb. Welcome back for 8 months, and yes, indeed. Miro recently figured out that he could give 12 months. They didn't used to let him do that. It's because he's too powerful. But then they realized that it was no use. It was probably something regional. Hi, Puffles. It was probably something regional. Your face is a legend. Oh my god. So for a while there, like people in like certain countries could only gift up to 6 months to one person. And that's just how Miro rolls. He'd rather give somebody a really long sub if he's going to gift them. You know? No, I don't ever expect that. But I will say, oh, that's so sweet of you, Ella. That's... So what that does for people, particularly those who rely heavily on their income from streaming to like pay their bills and stuff if this is their full-time gig. It spreads the income out for us, which is really nice, because while we're super thrilled and very grateful and never would be upset at all about somebody gifting a bunch of subs all at once, it is nice to have the consistency that a multi-month gift sub or people who sub in advance. And right now you get a discount for subscribing in advance. So if you previously were subbed on month to month, if you increase the term to every 3/6, or if you increase the tier, or if you convert a gifted to a paid or a prime to a paid, you get a discount on your first term of your subscription right now. Totes rigged what I do. Kappa dark mode. When I see both of those in chat, are you a rigger or a riggy? Both. The answer to that is yes. Miro, most kills. Astro, most assists. Fabulous job, Astro. You're actually tied with Miro, me. No, not me. You were actually tied with Miro and Holly. You were tied with Miro and Holly for most assists, but for some reason they picked you, Astro. It's got to be the beard. Buster and Tank Scrolls going out to Holly and Vintanellis. Thank you very much, everybody, for placing in our Stream Raiders battle. I don't think there's any way for us to get loyalty gold and token chests. Not that it really matters, because I think, well, we're gonna get a loyalty super boss at the end of this map. At the end of this, come on, I said start battle. Nice beard. All right, now that you guys have finished rioting and, you know, everybody's getting all their PogChamp pillows. I just don't understand. I don't think it is for me to understand. I think some things you just have to accept them. It's like what is the Serenity thing? Give me the something to... No! I love you, Danielle. I'm happy you got a pillow. Yes. Ella, get some good rest. We love you. Get some good rest, Ella. Thank you for your generosity always. You're amazing. Please, everybody, follow Ella. Please, give our friend Ella a follow. Did we do... Yes, okay, I gave you guys vibe markers. Now it's time for show and tell. If you guys have posted anything in there, please feel free to go ahead and post right now while we're looking at it if you'd like. I think there's just the one item in there, but it's really cool. And it is from our friend Chenoa. That is very cool. Yeah, Chen does pyrography and fiber arts and tons of arts and crafts. Super cool. We just did a fancy shout out for Karen, but the link for Chen's Twitch channel is in the chat. Awesome friend of the stream. We've known Chen for a long time. And I got these really cool stitch markers from Chen's sister, Daisy Chainsaw. That are Shetland sea glass, which is very cool. These are like pendants for like a necklace. Beautiful wire wrapped jewelry that I got from Chen's sister. Coming soon, bucket bag. Very cool. What's this stitch called, Danielle? They were showing off these like Japanese knot style bags on the Hobby Bingo today that are on their site, and I want to start sewing some. I have some really cute Halloween fabric that I need to use, and that would be a good way to use it. Okay, so now we're going to do the thighs on the lower. Sew the thighs to the sides of the lower body. The side of the thighs with the consecutive decreases should face the front. It's alternating single crochet and long single crochet. You can't remember what the combo is called. No worries, just curious if it had like a specific name. It does, but brain. It's fine. Just noticed something. I never did look at the, where is it? Ha 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 ha. That's because I opened the... Oh, I did fix it. I did do it. So if you donate $6.66...
At least by the time you finish this painting, you're going to be an expert brush washer.
I did something right.
And just beat the devil out of it. There we go. And just beat the devil out of it. You just beat the devil out of it.
Okay. So 666 will make that happen.
Take it off.
1337 will make Bark Rolled happen. 3333 will make Wafrica happen. And exactly $69 will trigger the 9.5 as a Survivor song. Is special not working? Why didn't it work for you? We need to fix the command, though, because it says stand up to cancer. No, no, no. Oh. What is donate then? Hi, Jess. You started playing NMS game. You blame me. Every 27 hours, you get 37K oxygen for free. Why? What do I have to do with that, Impact? Why is that my fault? Chatbot, chat commands, custom commands, donate. What command did I edit then? So confusing. There like is no command. Hold on. Yep. It did that to the charity command in Stream Elements. Which is turned off because okay, good. I'm glad I figured it out because I was just like, well, what command did it change? And now what do I need to change back if it is something that's supposed to work in chat? Okay. Disaster averted. I did migrate that one, but it just, I didn't want to need to use that command and be like, wait, why does this say this? Like, you know, 3 months from now, if like mix it up borks or something. or tomorrow. So here, I'll just copy this because it's good to have a backup, y'all. Honestly, like it's not fun to have your commands in 2 different places. But what's nice is like if you have a lot of them in 2 different bots, one of which is in the cloud, if your regular bot goes, you know, you can turn on the cloud bot version and at least have, you know, some, if not all of your stuff. PC is moved to a new house and in a temporary spot for now. That's good. I made breakfast tacos this morning and it's giving me indigestion. John came home with 6 pounds of the 12 pounds of taco meat I made for the party they had yesterday at the shop to celebrate the shop being open for 2 whole years. And like 4 unopened packages of soft taco shells and like 4 unopened boxes of crispy taco shells and 2 unopened bags of shredded cheese and 3 full containers of unopened salsa and 3 containers of unused sour. We're going to be eating tacos and nachos for like the next like 2 months straight. It's fine. Well, maybe not that long. I'd have to freeze some of the meat. But yeah, for 84 years, it's been 84 years of tacos. Some of it can be frozen. What I thought about doing actually was, it's too bad the tortillas aren't corn tortillas, because if they were corn tortillas, I could make breakfast enchiladas and freeze those. Or regular enchiladas. We don't need to freeze the cheese. Danielle. Danielle? I'm pretty sure if you like put my kids in the same room with somebody that is lactose intolerant, they'll be cured of it. That's how that's how Northern European we are, and that's how lactose tolerant we are. Just cut the cheese. Isn't there enough of that around here? Have you been to a stream, Jess, where Ramona's sitting in my lap? I know. I feel for people who are lactose intolerant. If you can't have cheese and milk dairy, I am so sorry. Your house would go through the cheese and sour cream in a week. Yeah, I'm not worried about any of the dairy products expiring. I'm more worried about the meat. We need to use the meat up quickly. And like Hubs loves taco salad, and that's kind of what he lives on a lot of the time when he's following his diet, because he can have it, you know, without the tortilla chips and junk. You have to have a minimum amount of dairy each week to function properly. I'm not getting anything done. My brain just does not want to cooperate, but I really want to finish this for our donor from Stand Up to Cancer. I need to. Chad, I need to focus! I can hear you all laughing. Nine just said she needs to focus.
Mama!
Is brain a type of jelly?
Mama.
Yeah, what is brain? Mama! Satsuki! Mama! Ha 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 ha! Mama, 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 mama! Satsuki, what's up? Satsuki, they look so good. I gotta imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn. I can tell you all about it. I see your message. Sounds good. Just invoice me, please. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, because then I just take the money and throw it at other artists. You know, after Twitch gets their cut. You can tip. You can tip if you want to. That's definitely a more efficient way to help support the channel. But I mean, I'm appreciative of all of it. You know, let's not even talk about. We don't talk about PayPal. I love you, Sesky. They're so good. Everyone was freaking out. Thank you also, Sesky, for volunteering. For agreeing. I mean, I asked. You didn't volunteer, but I voluntold. No, I voluntasked. Voluntasked. You know, would you be interested in offering up a commission slot for charity? And Sesky said, heck yeah. Because you're an amazing human being and we love you. Thank you for everything you do. I Asker-tiered you. I appreciate you. And I know everyone else appreciates you. They better. Right, chat? I need the not the mama from Dinosaurs. Oh my god. Yeah, sounds good. You just invoice me for the other stuff, and yes, I am excited. Very excited. And we need to discuss, do you have room for a six emote commission slot? Because these goblins, these chaos gremlins supported so hard the last couple of months. No, you guys, I'm Sesky's favorite client. I mean, like, are there gremlins that aren't chaotic, right? Herb, is that what you were gonna say? That's like, it's like ATM machine. Are there gremlins that are all like put together and they get up in the morning and have their sensible their sensible breakfast and their cup of black coffee, and you know, put on their suit and tie and grab the briefcase on the way out the door? No, I know. Business gremlins. Oh my god. Someone get Brenda on that stat, please. Business gremlins everywhere. Guys, bid on the commission slot from Sesky. Do it. Naomi, thank you for the work lurk. We appreciate that. All right, y'all. We're making headway here. I've attached the head to the body. We're now attaching the thighs. This Flareon is thick. It has thick thighs. Serves business gremlins. Do they have burners full of gremlins? Oh my god. Burners full of gremlins. Armagerd. You sent me some photos from Arya's birthday yesterday at a place called Bewilderwood, which is an adventure park based on the books by Tom Blofeld. It's zip wires and climbing stuff all set in Enchanted Forest. Mom came up from Essex to surprise Arya. Oh, awesome. That's so cool. Yay. Happy birthday to Arya. I know you're trying to get her to go to sleep. Is she asleep now? That sounds like a lot of fun. My my boy kitty, he was like all camped out in the living room on one of the pieces of furniture, and I scooped him up, brought him in the bedroom. And I was like, bruh, come sleep in here. He used to sleep with us every night till we got the puppy. Had like a little spot right on or next to my legs. I'm like, man, you can coexist in here with the puppy. And for a second there, it was looking like it wasn't going to go so hot. Puppy's all jumping up, down, and in his face. I made the puppy lay down. And he just sat there for a little while. He was just like looking at the puppy like. And I was like, okay. And eventually everybody settled down, fell asleep. She squealed so much when she opened the door to your mom. Oh, she had the best time. She's not asleep, but she's settled and medicated. Yeah, I know. You said she got the flu shot. I'm sorry. I hope it's not too bad. It's like hard, you know, because better than having the actual flu. Oh man. If she's grouchy later on, you'll take her to your bed, heck yes, and you've got to have the jab too because of working where you work. So you gonna be like that too soon. They didn't have them, unfortunately. When we took our kids in, we take them all in all at once now because we got like on this whole thing where they all are due for their annual like well child exams. And it's both better that way and also kind of hectic, but we don't want to switch pediatricians. We love our pediatrician, but it's in Portland, so because it's kind of a trek, we try to do them all at once. But they didn't have flu shots available yet. You're gonna have to wait to have yours until she's better because you don't want to be sick and have to look after her. Yeah. That's the worst when you all get sick at once. You gotta take care of the kiddos. Thanks, Fiery Igloo. It is not my design. It is a design by a person who does stream on Twitch every so often, who goes by the name One Up Ash here on Twitch, but their crochet designer name is One Up Crochet. And she has some really awesome patterns. I've made a bunch of Pokemon from her patterns. How are you today? I forget, if we've talked before, I can always look at your card, but are you a crocheter? You don't know if I have MOTs. You're a pizza maker, no crochet. What is your favorite style of pizza? What kind of pizza do you make? And is it your favorite, or do you prefer, you know, because there's all these different styles of pizza. Crochet is spelled C-R-O-C-H-E-T. Ooh, Marsha, we're getting Fiery Igloo Pizzeria's getting all fancy with the mushroom truffle pizza with white sauce and Italian sausage. Oh my God. That sounds delicious. Do you, like, is that what you do for a living? Do you make pizza? I used to work for this guy. And he doesn't own it anymore, but he started this place called Ken's Artisan Pizza after he opened a bakery called Ken's Artisan Bakery. I know, right, Sasky? It sounds so good right now. And the pizza place did Neapolitan style. But then he like went to Italy. You own your own pizzeria, but you're going to be just doing food truck style here soon as you get things in order. Oh, wow. So I worked for this guy. And he had like an artisan bakery with like, you know, Levain style bread. The fancy version of sourdough. And he also opened a pizzeria. And that became insanely popular. And then he opened a full service joint. And I was like, well, this guy's obviously, you know, he knows what's up. I want to work there. So I went and I threw my hat in the ring and I submitted a resume and they interviewed me and they hired me for the place. And I came to find out after they hired me that they had interviewed like something on the order of like 500 people for this place to open this place. And I got in on the opening staff. And I was like, you guys screwed up. I used to tease my boss all the time. I'm like, if you do that, Brett, if you knew that what you know now, would you have hired me? And he would smile and I'd be like, see, you don't even want to say it. You don't even want to say it. Because I drove him crazy. We were friends, but I drove him nuts. He was like kind of an introvert. And I'm like just a chatty Cathy. And I would just be like so busy socializing with my tables. And he'd have to come over and like tap me on the shoulder like, lady, shut up. You have food in the window. Margarita pizzas are undersung. Sometimes you just love just cheese pizza. The more cheese, the better. Yeah, but see, for me, like if it's a margarita, it's got to have the fresh basil. It's got to have the fresh basil. Hi, Risika. How was your stream earlier? Who am I lurking now? Did you raid? Who did you raid? No way. Thanksgiving dinner style pizza with gravy as the sauce. You ran out of time. It's okay. Everybody, please follow our friend Risika. I'm glad you were streaming today, friend. I sat down to start stream and I was like, crud, I really want to talk in there, but I don't want to talk and then be like, okay, gotta go. And then I'm like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I just leave people open because I'm conscious of like, I don't want to like say hi and then be like, gotta go. And then like you see me go live. I don't know. If I don't have time to visit with you properly, I'm not going to pop in like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with visiting people. Don't misunderstand me, fellow broadcasters. I don't think there's anything wrong with visiting with people like, you know, in the like time you have before you go live. But I don't like doing it directly before I'm about to go live if I can help it. Because I don't want somebody to feel like that's like me saying like, hi, by the way. Fire Igloo, are you going to stream from the truck? Do you follow Chef Steve by any chance? If you don't, you should. Chef Steve's a fellow charity supporter, and he streams from his food truck. Like, every day. He's a good dude. I met him in person at St. Jude Summit, and he's awesome. Very down to earth. Thank you, Miro, for shouting out Chef Steve. Talking of waffling, you will sort out the things and stuff for Pink Ghosty tomorrow when you're at work and have some time as you got paid today. Oh, don't do that to yourself, okay? First of all. All right?
Chicken attack!
Oh, we do have a battle ready. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't do that. Hey, I love you, and if you want to purchase something from me, I'll be excited to make it for you when the time comes. You're not waffling. That's not waffling. That's taking care of your real life responsibilities first. And I love you, and I love what I do, and I'm so happy that people think it's worth money. But like in the grand scheme of things, here I am. I'm not offering an essential service. Okay. I love you. Disillusionist, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, raiders. Welcome in. Thank you for raiding. Actually, we're going to do a stream raiders really quick while we say hello to you guys. Please. Welcome in, get settled in while we run this battle. If you play stream readers, you can hop in on our next one. We've got 67 allies. We failed. If only I could have gotten 2 more of you raiders in there on this battle. 2 more units. Thank you so much, Disillusionist. I hope you had a great stream. Thank you for coming in and bringing the love over here today. Welcome in, everyone. I'm 9.5. I'm called that because I'm missing half a finger on my right hand. A very bold restaurant coworker gave me this nickname many years ago. Thankfully for said coworker, I have an excellent sense of humor, and the nickname stuck, unlike the top half of my finger. How was your stream, Disillusionist? What were you up to today? We have Vampire Scrolls going out too. Lots of them. Chris, it is that time of year. Enchanted, Holly's Enchanted Stitches, Witchy Woman 503, Kriznatch, and Sayux. Miro most kills, Stranax most assists. Miro, Pokey Hokey Meg, Stranax, Holly, and BT are top 5 for that battle. And we do it again. Silver chest battle starting right now. If you play stream readers, please hop on in there. If you don't, we welcome new players. Anytime we're playing something that's like a chat interactive, you know, please. We don't gatekeep around here. We welcome noobs. I'm still a noob. I don't know what I'm doing. Warriors. Warriors. Oh yeah, there's this pesky statue out there on the battlefield. This is my favorite. Kappa. You're not super confident on reading written patterns. You made mostly things from, started work on a shawl with bats on it for Halloween. Nice. Mostly made things from YouTube videos for the last 4 years of crocheting, so it was an adventure. Adventure time. Come on. Bring your friends. Excellent. Giggity. Thank you so much. We have a raid video to show you guys. But just before that, a couple other things I should let you know about the channel and myself. We try to keep it like PG-13-ish around here. If it passes the Shrek test, you're good. Like if adults will understand what you mean, but it's not over the top, or, you know, nothing graphic, please. Use your creativity, okay? We try to keep chat free of profanity. You know, PG-13-ish, right? We're on a platform, you know, you have to be 13 years old to have an account here. And I don't create content for kids, but I have a lot of parents in the community. So I like to be a place they can have me on in the background. Don't have to reach over and turn it off when the kids walk in the room. You gave the family-friendly adjacent warning ahead of time for your raiders. Disillusionist, you're a real pro. Thank you so much. I mean, you know, hey, I hang out in channels that are 18 and over all the time. You'll see a little spicy 9 sometimes here and there across the Twitcher webs. But we've been streaming 5 years. We got Twitch Partner in February. I was named 2022 Creative Streamer of the Year by the Gamehers. Those awards nominations should probably be coming up anytime here, so please make sure you do that for any of your women and femme-identifying friends in the Twitch broadcasting space. YouTube as well. To my knowledge, the Gamehers covers, you know, a lot of stuff. And not just gaming, because obviously they have a creative streamer category. They have a charity streamer. Charity screamer? That's me. See, if it was charity screaming, I would win. By a mile. I do get kind of loud sometimes. So speaking of charity, this gold bar right here is for this organization right here. And they're an awesome, awesome organization that works with hospitals to bring video games, VR, art supplies, books, special hospital gowns, little red wagons, all kinds of really cool, cute, fun stuff. Captain Sinise, welcome in. To kids in need in hospitals. And I'm so proud to be a 2023-2024. I'm not flipping you off. I'm missing a finger. Remember, we talked about this. Starlight Children's Foundation, class of 2023-2024 ambassador, okay? Which means they picked me out of a bunch of people who love Starlight and love what they do. Thank you for the heads up about the ads, Miro. To represent the organization. And to that end, if anybody out there has ever thought about doing charity, please reach out to me. It's part of the job description as an ambassador to offer up help, tips, guidance, encouragement to anyone interested in streaming for Starlight. And we've raised over $60,000 for charity in this channel. Thank you, Space Hobo, for your resub, courtesy of Miro.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Hope you're doing well today. Here's our raid video. It's an awesome little capsule, if you will. My amazing friend Jonathan X. Ruth put this together for us. Please enjoy and consider commissioning her if you're looking for this kind of thing, or like YouTube thumbnails or any of that stuff. It's like equal parts advertisement and warning label. We are that fond of rubber chickens and fart noises around here. I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling. You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd. No flipping way. You didn't do it. Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody. We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh? What? She went so hard! There's people out here with reputations at stake. Yes, Disillusionist. That was my next question is, so what? Kimmy!
All you do for the kiddos.
Kimmy, thank you. I love you so much. Thank you very much, friend. Kimmy, thank you for your support of the channel and the charities that we work with. I appreciate you, friend. You're amazing. Kimmy just donated $22.06, and that's more than enough to cover 20 hours of play for a Starlight kid. Thank you so much, friend. I love you. You're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That puts us at $1,450.02, which is less than $50. $49.98 away from another earring giveaway courtesy of Danielle. Best friend Danielle, aka MCQ Mommy, has offered up a pair of earrings to give away to chat every $500, not to mention also the beautiful bag that's in the auction. If you're not, if you haven't been hanging out with us for the past, like, I don't know, a couple of months, I was selected by Tiltify to test a new feature called auctions. This feature allows a charity supporter, doesn't have to be a streamer, but it allows you to use the Tiltify platform to list items for auction. People bid on them, and whoever wins, whoever has the winning bid, the amount is automatically added either as a donation to a campaign, or I think you can just make it just go to the the cause if you don't want to attach it to a campaign. It's in testing. It's only available to a limited number of Tiltify fundraisers at this time. But I'm so glad they picked us, and we've been kind of stress testing it, and it's been really awesome. So the piece I'm working on today was our first auction piece, and I only did one listing to test it out the first time because I was fortunate enough that I had 2 campaigns coming up, and I was able to do a kind of a test run of just one item from me just to see how it worked and to kind of feel it out. And so once that was successfully completed, and the person who ended up bidding anonymously on this paid twice the fair market value for it, and that money went straight to Stand Up to Cancer, to our campaign to benefit Stand Up to Cancer. Thank you again, Anonymous. We have 11 items. Only one of them is from me. The other 10 items are all volunteered by community members. Either are just like a fun prize that somebody might want to have that this person had, and they said, I'm happy to offer it up, or they're handmade items that the person created themselves. There's even a kit to make a crochet dinosaur in there, which if you don't crochet, Kit Kat would be happy to crochet it for you and then send it to you. So please check out the auction and place your bids. That goes until 2 p.m. on the 29th, which is this coming Friday. The auction will end at 2 p.m. on Friday, September 29th. The reason being, I wanted it to end on a day that I was certain I would be live, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Where is there something wood? Knock on Texas Wood Yarn Bowl. I'm typically live on Fridays at that time. Disillusionist, let's go. Let's go, Disillusionist. Thank you so much. Thank you for covering another 20 hours of play for a Starlight kid. We've been supporting them for a few years now. They're really amazing. I love what they do. I was stuck in the hospital after the accident that cost me the top half of my right index finger, the whole username story and all that we were just talking about. But that wasn't the worst part. I ended up with a life-threatening infection. Had to go back to the hospital and be on IV antibiotics and then observation to ensure that the infection had cleared for 2 weeks. And that's not even that long compared to a lot of, traumatic childhood illnesses or injuries. But it's still a long time to be away from your family at 4 years old. Hi, Beffernator. Welcome in. It's a really long time to be away from your family. And I was so bored. And what they do is bring video games, VR, art supplies, books, little red wagons, comfy, cute hospital gowns that have the kids' favorite characters on them. They deliver happiness to hospitalized children, and I couldn't be more proud to support an organization that works with kids. Your sister was in the hospital for 3 weeks when she was diagnosed with diabetes. She could have used a distraction like games. And so they have the gaming rigs, $5,000, which is our team goal. And it also means I'll have to do Gunpla for the first time ever on stream, and it'll be the Jang's choice what I do, because I made that promise last night. $5K covers the cost of a Starlight gaming rig. It's this mobile gaming rig that they can wheel into the kids' rooms and has a Nintendo console, and they can play. And it's covered in material that is suitable to be cleaned with hospital grade sanitizing products. You have to be able to sanitize things in hospitals so we can make sure not to be spreading any germs to anyone who's immunocompromised and stuff like that, right? So it's a really awesome thing that they do. And huge shout out to Nintendo for working with them. We actually covered the cost of 3 handhelds for a local children's hospital that's not far from me. It's about an hour away, called Randall Children's Hospital. And I asked our contact person at Starlight, hey, where did the handhelds end up? I'm just curious. I wanted to be able to share that with my community. And Tara responded that the 3 of them that ended up at Randall were the first gaming that hospital had received from Starlight in a number of years, and that they were super thankful and really excited because they had received gaming in the past from Starlight, but it had been a while and it was in very high demand. So they were really, really stoked. Beffernator.
The _Beffernator just resubscribed
Thank
for 3
you for
months.
using your
Cluck
Prime
yeah.
here.
3 months of squeaky
That is so
chickens and
sweet.
fun
Thank you,
love.
friend. What's up, Zico? How are you, friend? And I was just like so happy, so incredibly happy that they, you know, that a local hospital benefited from it. So when you support them, if you raise enough to cover the cost of these things, they will get a hold of you and they'll ask you like, hey, is there, you know, what geographic, what metropolitan area would you like us to try? You know, they can't always accommodate every request, you know, depending on where you're asking. But they asked me and I said, yeah, anything in the Portland metropolitan area would be just fine. I did mention that the hospital that that my kids were taken care of. Oh, yeah. Anything Halloween/fall themed. No, it's my fault. I just got going about Starlight and I can't help it. I love them so much. I have Purple Sparkle and Pumpkin Pin Dot. Or Skulls and Roses. Which of those three do you think works the best? I think any of those could work for Halloween. Skulls and Roses, you got it. Thank you again for the raid. Please go de-stream, go do whatever you need to do. And I appreciate you bringing people by. And that's such an awesome way to, I guess Batgirl would kind of count, but I was already wearing those. It's such an awesome way to help support your friends. And, you know, when we're doing charity, it really means a lot to me no matter what. But it gets more eyeballs on what we're doing. And, you know, I understand not everybody can afford to contribute financially, which is why the auctions thing is awesome. But you can totally help us by spreading the word on social media, you know, hanging out in chat when we're fundraising. And this goes for any of your friends who are doing charity stuff. It's very helpful. It's a nice morale boost when people are there to cheer donors on and all that stuff. So thank you again, Disillusionist. Yeah, Twitter's where I post a lot of stuff about, I mean, X is where I post a lot of stuff about, don't get me started. You know, what's going on stream and all that. So thank you so much. Your support means the world. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you're in here for the first time, if you've never visited with us before, I am a fiber artist. I have a theater background. I'm also an educator. I work with 7th through 12th graders, teaching them after school theater. So Beffernator, your Prime sub is very much appreciated and helps me to be able to continue having the flexible schedule that allows me to work with local youth, providing them with a creative outlet. So thank you so much for that. And it helps me continue doing the charity stuff and keeps the channel going. Thank you. What is it with cats thinking that every closed door has something behind it that they need and or what? I mean, because cats just... And it's not just cats. Our boy dog does not like it when anyone in the house is behind a closed door. He'll sit outside the closed door and cry. I can't go to the bathroom. You know, I thought the whole, you know, bathroom privacy thing was going to get better now that my kids are older, but no, then we got a puppy. We have an appointment to get him fixed. I don't know what I was thinking. I said it out loud. What if we just had him stud like 1 litter of puppies? He's so freaking cute and smart. I can't imagine, you know, the cuteness, but no. We adopted him from a rescue. And, you know, if he had papers and he was purebred and all that junk, I suppose, you know, it's a thing we could do. And we would pick out one puppy from the litter. But it's okay. That doesn't need to happen. There's so many dogs that need adoption. They keep trying to open a bifold closet door in this bar room. There isn't anything in there. But what if there is? Bunny!
Crochet_bunny just resubscribed for 50 months.
50
yeah.
hecking months. Bunny, I love you so much, friend. Thank you, Bunny. Bunny, 50 months. I love you. You're getting cheddar neutered. How are you feeling, Allie? I'm sorry, I didn't say hi to you earlier. Because I'm a jerk. How are you feeling? I love you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you and baby are both doing great.
Chicken attack!
What's up, Karu? I saw your name in chat and was like, I need to say hi to Allie and ask how I'm not a J. Ah, okay, all right, already. Oh, they already nerfed me. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to make that a broadcaster only command if you guys aren't careful. I'm allowed to nerf whoever I want. You guys are not allowed to nerf me. Okay? Don't even dare. Just got home from getting your nails done, which was nice and relaxing. Oh, good. I'm glad you're pampering yourself. It's very important. Now we got to put the feet on. I understand that y'all think, you know, I'm not even gonna try to finish that thought. It's fine. Thank you guys so much for all your generosity for the charity. I can't express enough how much it means to me. And I'm so stoked that Jang decided to join our team. I'm not sure, you know, he hasn't said whether or not he'll be participating in 12 days. It would be awesome if he did. That's a pretty powerhouse you know, situation we've got going here with Amish and Blacklight and Jang and all the other amazing people, the incredible people, whether they have 100 followers or 10,000 matters not. If you're willing to devote your time and your creativity and your energy to a charity cause, you are a legend in my book. The inmates run the asylum. You keep this. I did not. There was never. I never said, and there was no such thing as a Giga Nerf. It doesn't exist, and it never shall. If you ask science, our Nerf is already aggressive enough. Poor science is just gonna. You don't want to scare science off, do you? Poor science is just going to be like, I can't anymore. Why do I feel like this is just not... I keep pushing your button. Pushing your buttons. How many pillows have been purchased today? Today, 2 of the god-awful pillows.
I really like
with my face on it going.
It's cold. A big warm Vietnam. It has to do. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's cold. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. Gonna explain it without anything.
The audacity. Yeah. Right back at you, Karen. Right back at ya. No! There's enough nerfing. We have the perfect amount of nerfing. We do not need a giga nerf. Bullying me. I keep trying to tap the screen like it's TikTok. Last donation, craft, $20. That's not right. Why is it stuck? Top donation, Kit Kat, yes. Does it change every once in a while? Thank you so much, Kit Kat. Huge shout out to Kit Kat. I'm just sitting here staring at it. No, I gave you the nerf. I gave the nerf unto thee, and yea verily, I can taketh it away. I can take that away too! Okay. Oh, so we had a visit from Chaotic Gabs who Am I an OP bully?
That I don't know. Are you hungry? You look hungry.
Nope, I'm not hungry. I actually ate before stream today. I took the dogs on like an extra long walk, and I walked like, I could look at it. I could find out right now how far I walked. I didn't ask for nothing.
Cat purchased 9-point Budge Champ pillow, present, but you can't take this away, smile.
Thank you, Kit Kat! Whoppy. Wappy, that's a little creepy, okay? It's a good thing we know you and you have a pink diamond next to your name. Exclamation point enter! Kit Kat, thank you! The notification came up on my phone, Kit Kat, before I even heard it. Did you guys hear it? Where is it? Just trying to figure out how far I walked earlier today, okay? Four kilometers. Hey, Ghost, how's it going? Thank you, Ghost. There should not be any more of the stars available on Tiltify. The 5 that I offered have been claimed. Ghost snagged the last one. Because it didn't... So, Kit Kat, I don't know if this has to do with something to do with, like, the donation match thing. Not registering, but, like, I just went in and adjusted the quantity. So you'll get your star. But for some reason, like, it didn't show that you picked a reward. Noki, congratulations.
Nokia Phaser off purchased 9-point page champ pillow.
Ghost, you want me to wear a chicken onesie, huh? I was kind of waiting until you popped into chat to do that. Thank you for the reminder. All right. This is as good a time as any because we have stream readers ready. I'll go change into that. And y'all can just sit here and stew in your adorable little inside joke about buying each other pillows with my face on them. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you, Kit Kat. I swear to God, I'm gonna make it a limited thing. It's gonna expire at some point. Oh, it's not your fault, Kit Kat. I need to write to them. I need to ask them if they know if this is a known issue. Because if that's the case, like if it's a thing where like if you do the donation match, I mean, you should get whatever reward you want for that. But I don't know if it's because it like doesn't complete until later. And again, so then they would have to put like a hold on the reward until it was, but like then it should say something like donation match contributions not eligible for reward redemption, or it should let you know that you will not be able to redeem the reward until the donation match ends, or something, because I think that's probably the reason why. All right. Maybe I should turn the onesie thing off for now, because I'll only have time to wear this one today. Bagel, Dwap, and Astro, congrats on your additional rewards. Miro, Dwap, congrats on most kills and most assists. We have time for one more battle. Kill 3 melee units, not place 3 melee units. We do have Thor on the battlefield, which is all melee units gain 30% damage resistance. Probably should do a thing where I only have like 1Z time, confetti money cannon, balloon dog, like where that stuff is turned off when we're not live. I just have to remember to turn it back on. All right. Yeah, no. Yeah, let me do that. Thank you. No, that's a good idea. For the message in Stream Readers to say last battle. Thank you. I did it. Thank you. Hello, Kayla. How are you? How's it going? Everybody say hi to Kayla from Starlight. I hope you're doing well. Kayla, we have a bunch of bids on our auction. I haven't looked at it in a minute today. And thank you. I did receive some information about that question that I had asked, and I'm disappointed that Twitch is, at least for now anyways, not doing front page promotion for charity. I know they did a lot of layoffs earlier this year, so who knows? Maybe it's something that will come back at some point. I certainly hope so. And not for any reason other than that it is an awesome way to bring awareness and some extra donations to the cause. We've done it many times now, and it's always been a pretty awesome experience. You know, there's the odd occasional person that decides they're going to try and be a weirdo. But that's true, you know, all the time on the internet, isn't it? Like, and not in the fun way. But we've had good experiences doing it. I mean, we had somebody who came in that had a really funny name that was, like, kind of mildly inappropriate and turned out to be, like, an extremely generous person who donated a ton to the charity. It was Busted. That's who. Busted turned out to be, like, a really awesome person and was like, thank you for not just, like, immediately banning me. I was like, well, I like to give people a chance. I just might not say your whole name out loud over and over again. So nothing has changed, but just in case anybody's here that wasn't here earlier when we looked at this, what? Hello? There it is. This is our auction. The Coop Troop S for S auction house. And only one of these items, only this item is from me. Everything else is from community members. Art and Jest has a house or pet portrait commission slot, which is so awesome. Very cool of Art and Jest to do that. We love Brenda. These handmade wooden bead pens, courtesy of our amazing Flava Fade. Thank you, Flava, for contributing this item. Okay. The Fred the Dino Woobles kit, courtesy of Kit Kat. Thank you, Kit Kat. And you can have this kit to make it yourself, or you can ask Kit Kat to crochet it for you. Pikachu Amigurumi, courtesy of Noki. We love you, Noki. Thank you, Noki, for contributing a finished item. Crocheted Table Runner. This one doesn't have bids yet, you guys. It's wide open. Crazy Cat Lady 02. This is an third place winning crochet piece from Crazy Cat Lady 02. Won third place at one of the local fairs that Crazy Cat Lady submits items for competitions. Commission slot of 3 emotes, 3 sub badges, or 1 animated emote from Sesky. I need to fix that picture. 3D printed articulated dragons is up to $41. The current top bid for the 3D printed dragons is $41. We got Rar and Crazy Cat Lady duking it out here. Hand crocheted suede bag, courtesy of Danielle. This is an amazing, beautiful piece that sparkles, and the still pictures are not doing the sparkliness of that bag justice. Tapeworm board game, courtesy of Kit Kat. Thank you, Kit Kat. The octopus has some bids. Has a bid. Thank you, Puffles, so much, friend. Okay, and 1 bid on my bat. So this goes for another 4 days. It ends at 2 p.m. on Friday the 29th. Get your bids in. Yeah, that was another thing I was going to suggest to them is, hey, you could it can be a GIF. I guess I could have converted the video to a GIF. I didn't think of that. To like a short GIF. Ian!
736 just be subscribed for 9 months.
Dragons are printing today. Let's go.
9 months. BTW, dragons are printing today.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you so much for your generosity. So Ian offered up 3 dragons. We did 1 for auction, 1 for like quote unquote buy it now. And 1 for a raffle giveaway. And we've already done the raffle giveaway because we already hit $1,000. Congratulations to Puzzled Solver who won that one. And Kit Kat snagged the $50 buy it now one. You are awesome, friend. Thank you so much for your help. Please give Ian a follow. He does a lot of really cool stuff with definitely with 3D printing, but also with like career guidance and like resume help and job search help and stuff like that. And has more than 1 Twitch channel also. Does Ian the Postmanaut and Ian Douglas 736. And you might know him from other communities here on the platform. He's very active in a lot of our friends' communities. And I am so grateful to you, friend. Thank you. You barely stream on your work account anymore. Well, I'm just thankful that you, you know, were able to, I made a request. I say, if you're interested, I know you like to help with this kind of stuff, and we would really appreciate it. And he was like, how about 3? I was like, well, I was only looking for like one thing. But, you know, if you got the time and the materials and you feel like offering 3, who am I to say no? It's for charity. Thank you so much. You streamed there just long enough to maintain affiliate status? Oh, gosh. Yeah, that whole thing, I don't know. I mean, I kind of get it. But, like, what if there's somebody who, like, used to stream on Justin TV and they've been, like, had a purple check mark since, like, Twitch first started and they came from Justin. And they don't stream anymore, but, you know, they have friends who do and they're still active on the platform. They get their check mark taken away and their affiliation and their monetization just because, I don't know. Anyway. Look at that. Legs are sewn on. Looking good so far. I don't know what's next. Oh, have I not done the ear spikes yet? That would be a thing I could do. Oh God, starting with a 3 in a magic circle. As pointy parts are hard to make. Really, Kayla? Oh, that's so awesome. Kayla, there's a really fun. You do have to know how to do a couple of techniques that are maybe just slightly above like absolute beginner. Kayla, look up. There's a crochet designer called Stitch by Faye. Look up Stitch by Faye. Has a no-sew whale. So you won't have to sew pieces together. You will need to know how to do a magic circle and crochet in the, which is it, back loop only a bit. But it's not terribly difficult. And you could probably find tutorials. She might even have a tutorial on how to do some of the techniques, like a video. Stitch by Faye, F-A-Y, S-T-I-T-C-H-B-Y, F-A-Y. Okay. So on this round, I just single crochet around. All right. Oh, these are easy. This is true. The Woobles kits are great. They come with everything you need to make the item, and they come with like a QR code you can scan for the instruction videos. And Kit Kat and a few of our other community members have tried them and been quite successful at learning like the Ami basics. And it's just like they're cute items. It comes with the really the like kind of beginner friendly yarn. Uh-oh. Do something wrong. I don't think so. Fine. We need how many of these? I need to make 4 of these. There's 1. But if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them, Kayla. I've been crocheting since I was 7. I decided to learn how to knit, and I was kind of like obsessed with knitting for like 10 years. And I didn't do a whole lot of crocheting for about 10 years. And then I started doing Twitch, and I found all the makers and crafting stuff. And I found people making dolls, and I was like, oh, wow, it seems like doing the dolls is very popular. I see every person I see using yarn, with a few exceptions. Jenny Knits was actually my first crafting streamer that I watched regularly. And like the name would imply, Jenny was knitting on stream. They have a couple narwhals and a shark. Yeah, they don't have... There's no Woobles whale yet. Get on that, Woobles. But yeah, we're very... you caught up on your amigurumi snack? You think they do have a whale? We have a lot of crocheters in the community, and many of them who broadcast. Noki streams and is a crocheter. Tons of people. Like, if I tried to make a list of all of our friends who stream and crochet, it would be hard. You've done 7 Woobles since you started at the beginning of August. So awesome. Come on. And not everybody's interested in necessarily, like, you know, doing tutorials for other people. But it's just nice to have company, and to feel like maybe you're crafting along sometimes. So yeah, and like Pierre, which is Whoppy, Pierre does like DJ streams. You know, like we have a lot of musician friends, and he's also a photographer. Like lots of people. I highly encourage anyone who streams to, if they're not already streaming their creative pursuits, to give it a try. Because your established audience will love that you're sharing something, you know, another part of your creativity in your life with them. And you might find new viewers doing something that's outside your wheelhouse. You may or may not be obsessed with crochet and Woobles now. One of us. One of us. It's fine, though. It's not a cult. Catnip Pokeball is on your next stream. You need to make little tiny things right now since you have no more room for finished stuff. Yeah, I feel that. I have a whole box full of finished items, and not all of them have photos, so I need to like go through and list everything on my shop. And oops, that's 3. Wait, Whoppy has a name? Yes. Whoppy's name used to be... Whoppy's username had Pierre in it. Before. Whoppy is your favorite adopted Pierre. You have like a whole roster of adopted Pierres, Allie? Uh-oh, I was crocheting with the tail. Womp womp. You're the only one that she rescued from Zam? Oh, no. Zam was in here earlier. He said, like, one thing. And then he abandoned us. He Zam-bandoned us. He might still be lurking around. He has to, like, work or something. Unless it's a holiday in Canada. Canada. When's Canadian Thanksgiving again? It's like October, right? Cause Canada. Probably it's because, like, in November, a bunch of Canada is just frozen solid already. October 9th. Okay. Yeah, we don't have Thanksgiving down here in the States until... the third Thursday in November. Yeah, well, we have Halloween, then we have Ramona's birthday, then we have Thanksgiving, then there's Christmas, then there's New Year's, then there's my birthday, then there's the boys' birthdays flanking Valentine's Day. It's just like, and I'm going to TwitchCon this year, so that's going to be kind of, you know, busy and complicate things a little bit further. It's just nonstop in our house. So my husband's birthday is in July. He's like off by himself over there in the summer. Oh, Noki, I'm sorry. I know that's been really hard. Do you guys video chat, Noki? So I was supposed to crochet a special onesie for TwitchCon, Karen, but then I found out that the person who designed it does not allow people to film any part of the process of creating the headpiece for it. And I don't have time to work on a whole separate project that large off stream. So I'll probably just wear this one day. And then I have to wear the Jessie outfit. Supposedly. I think somebody bought the Woody outfit for Zach. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw that on Twitter. And Fred has a Buzz Lightyear outfit. We were trying to get Amish in on it. I'm like, come on, brah. Amish is trying to act like he's too cool. He'll probably make everybody, it'll be like a 100,000 sub point goal. I kid. Nah, he just pretends like he doesn't want to do stuff, Noki. He's like, ah, but then like he has a blast doing it. Like, come on. Tell me he doesn't enjoy dressing up like Princess Peach. This is how it works, okay? I'm giving you guys the inside scoop. We like it. In all seriousness, he's very appreciative. Dude, okay, so I don't know anyone else at Amish's part of their journey who still does something so detailed. Plenty of people do fun stuff for their subs, but it's usually very simple. He actually sits there with people with the sub sabers. Like, I have mad respect for him for that. That's a whole thing he does. And it's very cool of him to do that, to thank people for their support, to do like a custom thing like that. And a lot of people do have stuff like that. But I feel like his is one of the more detailed ones that I've seen. And to do it, you know, with as many people as he does and to maintain it's a lot of work. You firmly believe he is really hoping his 10K to get to his 10K subs on his subathon so he can break out. No. Please just get him to 9,999. No, I did not. Tell me about it. Because this is just in my experience that I've seen. I'm not saying there aren't other people out there who do, you know, similarly awesome slash generous. Oh, yeah. So hard, right, Conan? Mods, I'm going to turn off raids because I have to be done at 2 o'clock today. You know, a lot of people who start off doing cute things. It's, you know, it's not doable after a point, depending on the item. You know, it's really just not. It depends on what it is. And for me, I was offering handmade stuff that was just too difficult for me to keep up with. There was no way. I was so buried. And I tried to simplify the handmade stuff with the origami stars, and that wasn't. Thank you guys. Hashtag blame chat. There is a sub discount in the merch store. If you guys go in the Discord, there's a sub only channel. Make sure you have your Twitch and your Discord integrated. I don't know if it works on gifting. But it should work on purchases. Please don't forget to use that discount code. It's in the Discord, in the sub only channel. I know you do. I just thought out loud because the last thing you did was a gift. Thank you again. I love and appreciate you, Kit Kat. You don't just use my fourth wall for chaos. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, I did all of the ear spikes, but I don't have time to put them on the ears and attach them today. So maybe that's where we'll pick up. I also have an order for 2 microphone covers that I need to make. I give myself time with the custom orders so I don't have to like start them right away and finish them immediately, because that's just not real. It's not realistic. That is the funnest way to use it. I am glad that you find enjoyment and entertainment in torturing me. I'm not complaining. I super appreciate it. We have a stream raiders to run before we pick a raid target. Please, again, reminder, please hold your suggestions. If there's somebody doing something special and you want to point it out to me, just let me know in a DM. It's the easiest way for me to be able to think about your input and kind of in my mind decide and not feel like I'm choosing publicly between people I love. Here's the invoice for the edits. Oh, cool. Awesome! Super excited about a sticker sheet coming to a fourth wall near you so you can get that instead of the pillow. Okay. I quietly DM'd yesterday on behalf of a friend to say, hey, friend doing special thing. Would you like maybe to help friend have more fun? You know? And it's okay if somebody already has a raid target, but that way they get to decide without the added pressure of, you know, you're like hanging out and like waiting. Looking for possibly teammates for Starlight, which I'm not sure if we have anybody right now.
Chicken attack.
I just snoozed him again. Yeah, we don't need to play, like, I don't want anyone to have to sit through ads at the very end of stream. Go fast.
Chicken attack.
Huge shout out to anybody who fundraises for Starlight, but I really do also love to try and raid folks that are on our team fundraising with us, if that's at all possible. Look at y'all. You blasted right through that. Miro most kills. Pokehokey Meg Mostis says we've got Healer, Saint, and Healer Scrolls. Pokehokey Meg, Starry Star, Noki, Mega Mouse Mountain Dew 2022, BT, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for playing Stream Readers with me today. Real quickly, I'm going to check the Starlight Discord and see if any of my fellow ambassadors are live, because I don't think anybody from our team is live this time of day. Doesn't look like it. I see people online. Wait, but I know Chef Steve is live. Weird. I'm looking at the S4S tweets channel in the Starlight Discord. Oh, this person isn't live right now. Oh, this is from earlier. That was That was a thing from Disillusionists. I'm in my overlay editor and the sound is turned up. Thank you again, Disillusionist. Thank you, everybody, for your donations to Starlight today and for getting us to $1,471 for the kids. I know Chef Steve is live. I wonder why people are not being shown as live. Here, let me check the Go Live channel in the Starlight Discord. And this person's no longer live. Crud. You know what? Let's read Chef Steve. Chef Steve is awesome. And I got to meet Chef Steve at St. Jude Summit. I really appreciate what he does for charity in general. And the fact that he's both a St. Jude and a Starlight supporter and an awesome dude who I got to meet in person. I got to give him hugs and hang out with him. I hung out with him and Rusty Rhymes and Lady Naginata, and there was one other person hanging out with us. I can't remember his name right now. He was so much fun, too. Starts with a K. I'll think of it at like 2 o'clock in the morning. They were awesome. I had so much fun at Summit. It was such a lovely way to be able to connect with people. I'm really hoping to see a bunch of people again at TwitchCon. Chef Steve does a food truck. So this is a food and drink streamer. Really awesome guy. Very kind. And definitely an 18 and over stream. Like awesome person, super generous with his time and talents, and you know, huge advocate for the kids. But definitely 18 and over humor, restaurant humor, which doesn't bother me one bit. I did it for 25 years. I feel right at home in Chef Steve's channel. I just like to let people know, since we're like PG-13. Please come with us on the raid. You get 250 poultry points, which is the Twitch issued channel points. You're supporting a fellow charity streamer, and it makes my heart happy when a bunch of us pop over and we spam our emotes in the chat. He's an awesome guy, like I said, and I know he'll appreciate the support. If you want to throw donations at his campaign, he's getting close to 10K. 10K. In this campaign alone. I can't thank you guys enough for everything you do for me, for the channel, and for our charities. Please do something nice for yourselves. Self-care is important, and you are worth it. And also remember always to thank our mods who help keep this a fun, welcoming, and, you know, sometimes slightly trolly place to hang out. I appreciate you guys. Big love to you. Thank you so much for everything you do for me and our community. I hope you guys have a great rest of your time zone. And may have bonus streams this week, but I will see you tomorrow, okay? Earlier tomorrow than today. I love y'all. Thank you for stopping by, Kayla. Bye, hi, bye her. Bye, Naoki. Bye, Conan. Bye, Miro. Bye, Karen. Bye, Ian. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Bye, Fiery Igloo Pizzeria. Bye.